Hello, how's everybody doing? 2022 is going to be your year because remember, 222 is actually a triple two. It's not actually a 2022. The zero is canceled out. It actually means the same thing. So I consider this 2222. So I'm going to teach you how you can manifest a lot faster in 2022. Some information that will definitely help to change your life right now. We're going to get into it. So let me start. Have you ever get that gut feeling like, man, this don't seem right, this seems right? You get butterflies, you get nervousness, you get anxiousness, right? All that coming where? From your gut. I can tell you a story. When you start to learn the mind, your body, and how the universe and manifesting work, we're taught a lot of stuff. We primarily focused on the brain and the heart because the brain is the seat of where we process information. The heart, of course, is the powerhouse or the source of all of our life forces. It has a very strong electromagnetic force field. The heart interacts with what we call the electromagnetic spectrum sphere. The heart takes everything over. The heart is a very, very powerful tool to manifest. So we know that about the heart. And we know a lot of stuff. We know about being thankful, giving gratitude, being happy. All those are true. But in my experience, there was something that always stood out to me, and it was always that before I would manifest something or something would come in, or before something would help me or give me this nudge, it would always come from my gut. And over time, meditating, a lot of information has been revealed to me, and I started to practice it, and I was like, whoa. And I discovered something amazing, and I want to teach you this today, and so you can use it as well. What I started to do? I actually started to manifest from my gut. My gut, your gut, is actually the most powerful source that you can use to manifest. Yes, it's even more powerful than your heart. It's even more powerful than your brain, right? And when I was doing this years ago, and I developed a method I'm going to share with you today that you can use. And every time I would do this, I would get this rush, or my vibration would just change instantly. It was more powerful. The heart is going to be in it, the brain is going to be in it, but I primarily focus on my gut, the solar plex part. And I'm going to show you the power of this. So why is it the gut so powerful, Mark? Why is it more powerful than the heart? Why is it a lot faster to manifest? Why should I use my gut to manifest? Well, let's break it down and show you the science, the neuroscience, the biology of how you operate. So we're human beings. So imagine this: if we could compress ourselves and turn ourselves all the way down, if you could take the human body and the human being and turn it down into one single thing, what would that single thing be the most of? Bacteria. Bacteria outnumbers our cells 10 to 1. We're basically bacteria. Remember, we started from a single cell. And science now has discovered the gut actually has its own brain. It's called the ENS, enteric nervous system. It operates primarily on its own, and it can actually shut off your brain and your heart. We discovered that the heart has a brain. See, so all these things we're discovering, and a lot of things are starting to make sense now because we start to process it. That's why I do that. And for everyone here, where do you get the first feeling? In your gut. Then it goes to your heart. Your gut will always communicate to you first. It's so fast. It goes to your gut, to your heart. But the gut creates it. So let me show you something about the gut. Those chemicals you got? Endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, DMT. 50% of dopamine is produced in your gut. 95% of serotonin is produced in your gut. DMT is produced in the gut. DMT is also produced in the pineal gland and some in the brain. The gut contains the ingredients that you need to get to your brain to manifest, because you need dopamine, you need serotonin, you need endorphins to feel good, to raise your vibration. It all comes from the gut. The gut contains billions of bacteria that are producing these chemicals for you. So if you ever feel that nervousness, that anxiousness, that giddiness, that happiness, that's your gut talking to you. Where does intuition come from? Gut. The subconscious, higher mind. When you get an intuitive nudge, it doesn't come in your brain, guys. It comes from your gut first. Your brain just interprets it, but you will always feel it in the gut. That's why when you do things, it's an instinct. That's why we call it inspired action. You know, when you just do something, that's not brain reaction, that's gut. It's like animals. Animals react on instincts. They just feel and they do. So think about it. When you're going to manifest something good, or when you manifest in something, the best things always happen unplanned, right? They just pop out of the blue. You just do something. You just and just comes into play. That's from the gut. So you see the power of using the gut. Now, let me show you how you can manifest from the gut. This is something I've been doing. So what you want to do is, first you have to know what you want. You have to decide. You got to make sure, okay, this is what I want to create. And then you either can have it as an image. For people who can't visualize, you want to write it down. So let's go with individuals who can't visualize first. Write it down. Write down your dreams, your manifestation in the present moment as this is happening. Like you're journaling, this happened today. While you write it down, what you want to do when you finish writing it down and you have a comprehension of what you just wrote down, just take a nice deep breath like this. Do one release and take another deep breath. Now you squeeze your solar plex in like this. Just squeeze it in. Hold it. Okay? While you squeeze it in, hold it. Remember the things you wrote down, and then gently release your breath, your gut. Release the breath as you're remembering what you wrote down. Be embellishing your desires. What's going to happen now? The gut is going to produce a rush of those chemicals. You're going to feel instantly energized. You're going to get dopamine. You feel serotonin. All these chemicals now are going to induce a different state of consciousness. Now you're going to be in a state of very high. This is you produce the most energetic vibrations, even more than your heart, because all that rush is going to go to your brain and you're going to feel good. You're going to be embellished in your desires. And you do that, boom. Think about it. Now for those who can visualize, very simple. Take a nice deep breath. Release. Take another deep breath. Squeeze in your solar plex. Close your eyes. Think about the stuff you're going to manifest happening in the end, and gently release your breath as you're thinking about it. It's going to send that rush of chemicals from the gut to the brain to the heart, and it's going to expand even more. And now you're going to feel an instant rush. You're going to feel more energetic. You're just going to feel euphoric. You are now manifesting faster than the brain, because what happens is the gut is the fuel. So if you manifest from the heart, it's very powerful. You're going to have a lot of energy. You manifest from the brain, the same thing. But imagine manifesting from the gut. What the best analogy I can put to you is the gut would be similar to gasoline you put in your car. So you have regular gasoline, which makes your car go good. But imagine you put the highest grade, like the super premium. Everything enhances. The car just feels a lot faster. Everything just moves faster because that fuel enhances the capabilities of the engine. The gut enhances the capabilities of the brain and the heart. It makes them even more powerful. Remember now, when we create anything in our world, we need energy. When you manifest stuff faster, it means you have more energy to put out. That's how the universe works. Anything that has more energy concentrated on it will manifest a lot faster. Just how the universe works. You put more energy into something, the fat, more fuel, the fat, more power, manifest. So that's the power of it. And you know, it dawned on me when this happened, because a few years ago, I used to notice that I used to drink a lot of caffeine, and the caffeine would mess my gut, because my gut would start to get this nervousness and this kind of weird feeling. And every time my gut would get this feeling of nervousness, and my reality would show a lot of nervous things in my world. Things would happen to make me nervous. I was actually manifesting from my gut, and I didn't even know it, but I was manifesting what I didn't want. So you know what I did? I cut down on the caffeine. Eventually, I cut out caffeine. And man, my whole reality changed. The nervousness was never there again. I wasn't experiencing anything that would make me anxious or nervous. And that's when the light went off. I was like, oh my goodness, man. I was manifesting from my gut. My gut was actually producing my reality. What I mean by that, my gut was actually interacting with my brain, telling my brain what to produce. Because the thing about the gut is, the gut can cut off the heart and it can go directly to the brain. Also, the gut can actually cut off my brain and just go directly to the universe and create for me. So a lot of times it was either the gut to the brain or the gut to the universe. And what I noticed is the things that I was manifesting when I was in that nervous and that anxious state, it was my gut doing it. It wasn't my brain, because my brain, there wasn't anything to make me nervous. I mean, in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? Everything is good. I'm not nervous. What's making me nervous? And I would say, oh, it's just, okay, it's a caffeine, because you know caffeine, it has a tendency to, if you drink a lot of it, it gives you nervousness in your gut. That's one of the side effects of it. So I was just thinking, oh, there's nothing. But I didn't see the bigger implication that I was giving off a vibration. See, I was giving off this vibration of how powerful my gut was. This vibration was going on into my world, and it was attracting circumstances and people that would make me experience feeling anxiousness and nervousness. And I tell you what, when I stopped, all of it stopped. And I was like, I'm on to something here. That's when I started to use my gut the right way now. And, you know, I started to take more care of my gut, started to cut down on this caffeine, just started to do things that will make my gut healthier, like drinking more water, room temperature water, probiotics, natural stuff to get that bacteria going. All these things, intermittent fasting, it just started to excel in my desires, and good things would start to happen. And then I just started to do this exercise. It just came to me one night. I was like, hey, why don't you just put in your solar plex and see what happens, and then put your desires in there. And I would just do that. I would think about what I want, close my eyes, just take my 2 deep breaths, and squeeze in my solar plex, think about what I want. While I'm doing it, I'm slowly releasing my breath. And man, I just felt this rush of energy, and then good things will start to happen. And that was the missing thing. That will make things manifest a lot faster for you. You can go ahead and implement it today, and you will see results happen. The gut is known as the ENS, enteric nervous system. It's the most powerful part of the body now, because you know what? It's the gatehouse that creates and makes everything runs properly. The chemicals I just mentioned are crucial for you to create your world. It will change your life, it will make you more healthy, make you more happy, because now you understand you can use it. And you can also use your gut in conjunction with your other organs, heart, you know, then you go to the brain. They all work together. Now, there's nothing wrong with using your heart. You can still use your heart, but I'm showing you a next level thing here. I'm showing you, if you want to go to the next level, you want to focus on the gut, because the gut will develop your intuition a lot faster, more sensitive. You'll become an expert in picking up things like this. And also, one of the most important thing about the gut, man, when you can manifest from the gut, guess what you cut out a lot of? The ego. Because the gut is a reactive thing. It's a quick intuition. Ego doesn't have time. Remember, ego has to process and think. Your gut just goes. And when you listen to your gut, your ego is shut off. That makes it more powerful. So there you go. The most powerful manifesting hack is using your gut. Start doing it today, and you will see great results.